All right, this is, I know we're going to say it, listen up. May is Better Hearing Month, right, Doc? It is the time we need to think about this. You might be surprised by how many things you use every day that can impact how well we all hear.
That's right, and the damage can start early, right?
Yeah.
It can. Now, the good news is that our hearing is actually lasting longer than other generations, so that our hearing is better than our parents and better than their parents. The bad news is that you start losing your high-pitch hearing in your 20s.
Wow.
So it begins this inexorable decline
Okay.
as time goes on. By the time when people 75 and older, about 35% of them have some degree of measurable hearing loss.
And we should say this is Dr. Brad Stach, who's the head of audiology at the Henry Ford Medical Group. So we have you in to help us understand this. And when your hearing is off, you're losing hearing, that can influence even balance issues, other things too, right?
It can. Hearing loss can have a big effect, can lead to social isolation and other things. Now, the one thing, the good news is that we can protect our hearing, we can do some things. We can't protect against getting older, but we can protect our hearing.
And you've got an app for that?
So
I'm watching you speak and I'm watching the numbers go. So what are we measuring here? Decibels?
Measuring decibels. That's the loudness of sound. And some of the things that we're around every day can be loud enough that they can begin to cause temporary hearing loss and then permanent hearing loss.
Interesting.
Wow. So here's something I'm well acquainted with. The
Yes.
hair dryer.
Hair dryer.
So is this something I need to be worried about, and how would we know?
Not really, but let's
see.
I'll tell you what. Let's try this. Here, let me something I'm familiar with. A leaf blower, okay? So a leaf blower.
And we've got this up on the screen here.
Okay. I don't know if yours is measuring it. Yep.
Yep.
Mine's measuring the same.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of noise.
Okay.
And if you're around that kind of noise for more than 2 hours, it's gonna potentially lead to damage that will add up over time.
Okay.
Yeah.
You may remember when you were young, you are young, when you go to concerts, if sound is muffled or if you have ringing in your ears, that's a sign that you've been overexposed.
So what about a household item like the blender?
Yeah,
let's try that. Does that work?
What we're doing with the app is we're measuring the decibels, right? And the higher the decibels, the more damage it'll do to your hearing over long
Here, we got this one going. This has a different switch. Ready? Let's try it.
Mine's measuring the same. Yeah. So that's not bad. You wouldn't want to do that. You wouldn't want to put it next to your ear for 4 hours.
No, that won't happen.
No, that won't happen.
Knock it out in less than an hour.
A lot of women are putting it right next to their ear.
We want to make sure we don't create hysteria here. These things are you just don't want to overexpose.
Yeah.
So,
just don't overdo it, right?
If you're blowing, if you're blowing leaves in your yard for 2 hours, wear ear protection.
Okay.
Very simple.
Or if that's your job, that could be your livelihood. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
That can be problematic as well.
All right, so let's check out the blender. We only run this for about maybe 5 or 10, 5 minutes max, right?
Right.
So.
How loud is that?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a quiet.
That's a kitchen.
Harmless.
How do we know if we're there are all kinds of jokes. Like, hey, I've got a problem hearing. What? I mean, we hear these jokes even from our kids. How do you know if you're suffering from a hearing loss?
Our patients tell us that very often that their spouse is mumbling, or we hear that they're having trouble listening in a noisy restaurant. Problems like that. Hearing in noise is a common thing, because you lose your high pitches first, and that's where all the important consonant sounds are of speech, and so they're the first to go.
All right, so what do we do to protect ourselves?
Well, you can wear, the only way really to protect yourself from noise is to wear ear protection. And they come in all shapes and sizes. You can get custom made.
Well, as a pilot, we use those all the time, right? You would put those in your ears, even at air shows.
I do it when I blow leaves.
All right. Good to see you, Doc.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for coming in this morning.
I'll start using them when I blow dry my hair.
Okay.
Henry Ford Health Medical Group is offering free hearing screening tests. We posted a link on our Live in the D page, our web page at clickondetroit.com. You can get more information there.